Gather round, dear folks, for a tale of a group that burst onto the K-pop scene like a hurricane in a teacup, ITZY. Of course, they were a treasure trove of talent. ITZY's got it all: vocals that could make angels weep, dance moves that could rival Olympic gymnasts, and visuals that could launch 1,000 ships. They're like the Avengers of K-pop, but with better choreography. The impact was seismic. They didn't just have fans, they had an army of loyal supporters, ready to shout, "I wanna be me," from the rooftops. ITZY had transcended being just another K-pop group. They were a cultural phenomenon, a symbol of empowerment for a generation that craved authenticity. But wait, here comes the twist. ITZY, the queens of teen crush, were trying out a new flavor, and the jury was out on whether it was a genius move or a curious misstep. Let's find out in this video. From the moment they burst onto the scene, it was like a wildfire, and why wouldn't it be? First off, of course, being from the Big Three, ITZY practically had the red carpet rolled out for them since day one. Then, let's not forget the survival show saga. 4 out of 5 members have already graced our screens with their talents. It's like they were born for this. And talent? Oh, they've got it in spades. Visuals? Top-notch. These ladies are the full package. Now, Dalla Dalla? It was like a box of fireworks in a room full of sparklers. The teen crush concept fit them like a glove, turning the stage into their personal kingdom. It was a spectacle, a visual feast, and fans couldn't get enough. ITZY wasn't just a group, they were a walking, talking, fire-breathing phenomenon. Dalla Dalla kicked it off, and they kept the fire burning with ITZY and Wannabe. Yeji, Yuna, and the infamous Ryujin shoulder move? Iconic moments, no doubt. Wannabe was the catapult. It sent them soaring from rookie status to a massive fan base. That song was everywhere, and for good reason. Their popularity graph was on a rocket ship ride, both at home and across the globe. They snagged the title of 4th-gen leaders, and rightfully so. But then, the twist. The company decided to switch gears from self-love teen crush to romantic girl crush. Out came Not Shy, Mafia in the Morning, and Loco. Now, some critics had their say, but personally, Mafia in the Morning is my jam. This era was my golden ticket. They were slaying with studio chum performances, and the individual dance showcases? Unreal. Sure, they might have lost a few fans due to the concept shift, but hey, change is the spice of life, right? They were still in the top tier of 4th-gen groups. But oh, the pressure was on for their Korean comeback after the successful Japanese single, Voltage. Then came the teasers for Checkmate. Royal elegance meets edgy vibes. Expectations? Through the roof. But hold on to your hats, because when those next teasers hit, jaws dropped. It's like they played a prank on us. How can these be the teasers of the same song? And then, the title track. Let's just say, it didn't quite hit the mark. Meh, might be the politest way to put it. It was a letdown, to say the least. The whole era felt like a fumbled chess move. Music, marketing, styling, a bit of a disaster, really. Let's start with the marketing fiasco. It felt like they hired a magician, but instead of a rabbit, we got a rubber chicken. Who thought that teaser was a good idea? It left fans scratching their heads, and someone definitely needed a pep talk about that choice. Because who needs strategic marketing and a well-timed release? I mean, why not leave everything to fate and hope for the best, right? Clearly, the masterminds behind this decision were playing 4D chess while the rest of us were stuck in checkers. Why bother with a carefully planned teaser when you can just toss it into the wind and see where it lands? It's not like there's an entire team of professionals paid to handle these things, right? I can almost imagine the conversation at the planning meeting. Hey, let's drop a teaser that's completely incongruous with the song's actual vibe. It'll be a fun little riddle for the fans to solve. Brilliant, really. Who doesn't love a good mind-bender? Next up, the concept switcheroo. Remember the good old days of teen crush? Well, ITZY decided to go full-on girl crush mode. Some loved it, while others felt like they missed the memo. But what is this? I can't understand what is sneakers. It's not girl crush, it's not cute, it's not A2K, it's not dreamy, and it's not horror, and what is it? But whatever it is, it for sure isn't for ITZY. Now, onto the fashion front. We had moments of sheer brilliance, outfits that screamed, "We've got it." But then, there were head-scratchers that left us wondering, what were they thinking? Hair went from daring to disappointingly plain. And the shoes, the song's namesake? They should have been the stars, but they ended up playing second fiddle. It's called sneakers for a reason, folks. Let's give them the spotlight they deserve. The music video, oh boy. It felt like a puzzle missing a few crucial pieces. The sets were all over the place, like they were playing musical chairs with no rulebook. ITZY has shown us they can blend different environments seamlessly, so this felt like a missed opportunity. We've seen better, and we know they can deliver better. And let's not forget the instrumental. It felt like a broken record, looping the same tune. Where was the excitement? The surprise? Remember, Loco? Now, that was an instrumental that knew how to throw a party. Sneakers left us waiting for that musical punch that never quite landed. Share your thoughts below, and let's keep the conversation as colorful and diverse as ITZY's potential. ITZY, like many artists, may not have the final say in their creative direction. Instead, decisions regarding their comebacks and concepts are made by the label, in this case, JYP. Now, JYP, a maestro of, let's call it multitasking, seems to have a knack for debuting groups like a magician pulling rabbits out of a hat. And as for focus? Well, it's more like a game of musical chairs. JYP, a renowned figure in the industry, has a track record of introducing new groups while maintaining a diverse portfolio of artists. This approach, however, can lead to shifts in focus. Twice, once the apple of his eye, found themselves in a surprise game of hide-and-seek when ITZY took the stage. And then, when Mix joined the party, poor ITZY was left wondering if they'd been invited to a different soiree, and here we go again. With Vicha in the mix, don't be shocked if Mix gets a temporary vacation. It's the K-pop shuffle, a routine as old as time. Let's cross our fingers for all these talented groups. Let's consider how Sneakers could have been the game changer that elevated their journey to a whole new level of awesomeness, potentially improving the overall trajectory. Here's how Sneakers could have been cranked up a few notches on the bop-o-meter, at least in my humble opinion. Marketing magic. Let's kick things off with a teaser that actually reflects the song's vibe. A teaser that builds excitement without leaving fans questioning reality. Give us a taste of what's to come, not a plot twist we didn't sign up for. Concept consistency. While the shift to a girl crush concept was bold, maybe a smoother transition would have been better. Perhaps they could have introduced elements of it in their previous releases to ease fans into the change. Styling swag. Let's turn up the volume on the fashion choices. More outfits that scream, bow down, mere mortals, and fewer head-scratchers. And don't even get me started on the shoes, they're called sneakers for crying out loud. Give them the spotlight they deserve. Video vibes. How about a music video that flows seamlessly? Sets that complement each other and tell a cohesive story, instead of feeling like contestants in a game of musical chairs. ITZY's shown they can blend different environments, so let's see more of that magic. Instrumental innovation. Pump up the instrumental. More dynamism, more contrast, and less of the one-note wonder. Remember, Loco? That's the kind of musical journey we're talking about. Give us a beat that keeps us on our toes. Of course, this is just my 2 cents. What are your thoughts? How do you think Sneakers could have been even more of a bop? Share your insights below. Oh, the saga of Sneakers, not the only hiccup in their journey, but boy, did it have its own spotlight moment. It did a little cha-cha in Korean charts, while internationally, it waltzed its way to success. Talk about a global dance-off. Now, let's talk flavor. International and native tastes are like comparing apples and oranges, so ITZY's got a menu to choose from. Do they cater to the global dance floor, or do they keep it cozy at home? It's like picking between salsa and kimchi, both have their charms. And let's not forget the powerhouse potential of these members. Yuna's You Go Girl dance cover practically broke the internet, and Yeji, Ryujin, and Chaeryeong's Studio Chum performances? They were like a dance buffet, serving moves for days. JYP, are you paying attention? There's gold in them hills. But hold on to your hats, because not only did the music take a detour, but even the dance quality hit a speed bump. ITZY seemed to be on a TikTok choreo spree, leaving us wondering if we were at a dance studio or a social media convention. Sure, some groups can pull off the challenge choreo magic, but for ITZY, who's practically got a PhD in dance moves, it's like asking Picasso to draw stick figures. They're famous for their intricate choreographies, for crying out loud. And let's not kid ourselves, it's not just Sneakers. It's the whole shebang, the musical compass they're following. One misstep? Fans might overlook it. But it's like watching a GPS take you on a scenic route when you just wanted to get to the grocery store. Oh, ITZY, the dance floor is your kingdom, don't let anyone lead you astray.